Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us in today's artist talk with Sreymao alongside the exhibition Actions for Water. My name's Kate Goodwin. I am on the TNGED's advisory board, an adjunct professor at the University of Sydney and independent curator. And I'm coming to you from the beautiful sunny lands today of the Gadi people who have cared for these sea, skies and waters for time immemorial. And I want to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and to all First Nations people from across these lands who may be joining us today. The Tin Sheds Gallery had its origins as a sort of an artist activist space adjacent to the architecture faculty in the 1970s, and has had some amazing provocative works that have come out of that. And I think this exhibition stays in that spirit of thinking about the social, environmental ways in which we live and connect in the world. The exhibition is being curated by Shamila Wood, who is joining us today as well, and she's put this brilliant series of talks together as well, and will be in conversation with Sreymao after her talk. But it's fabulous. Thank you so much, Sreymao, for joining us today to share your work. She's a Cambodian artist who was born in a refugee camp on the Thai-Cambodian border, and she graduated in 2006 from Phare Ponleu Selpak's School of Visual Arts and Applied Arts in Battambang, and her practice encompasses painting, sculpture, photography, drawings and performance, always delving deeply rooted in ideas of memory, identity and the rapidly transforming landscapes of Cambodia. It's a real treat to have her here today to open that world up to us and to talk around her practice, where it's located, the issues it's delving into, and she'll also talk about the wonderful work she's got in the show River As Artery, which holds a really striking place in the exhibition Actions for Water. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Mal, and to say that today's lecture is being recorded, so if you have questions at the end, they will be captured in the recording as well, and hopefully put online later. So over to you, Sreymao. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kate. You hear me, right?
Yes.
I lost the what is called presentation.
Yeah, so just if you can share your screen again, I do have it available if needed.
Okay. It didn't show in my platform anymore. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't show anymore. I don't know what happened. Sorry. Team. I cannot click in the Zoom platform. It was fine at the first, but now not anymore. Sorry.
2 seconds.
You guys are the experts, so whatever you think we need to do, just one thing is we privacy.
You see my screen, right?
Yes. Oh, not your screen, no.
No, I cannot see where the sharing the screen, and I also cannot touch the Zoom screen. Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, okay. I can just let me know when you want to go to the next slide.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Sao Sreymao, and Sao is my family name, and Sreymao is my name. And yeah, thank you to Kate, thank you to Shamila, thank you everyone to having me here. It's my honor to be part of the exhibition. And yes, and I'm a visual art from Cambodia, as Kate sharing. And I think to be starting my project, a part of this exhibition, I want to show you around what I've been going through. So as kids share that I am born at refugee camp, and then later on I moved to Battambang and live with my parents. I mean, like my parents all along the way. We live there in Battambang. So can you click to the next one, please? Okay. So here, if you are go through the world, Cambodia is so small. Why I put this map, because so funny sometimes that the people don't know Cambodian exists. So I like, and this one I has the idea because I just returned from Brazil, residency in Brazil, and they don't know where is Cambodia. So I think this is a good example to show where is Cambodia. And the next, please. And this is Cambodia, and one point that I click on the map is Battambang. And I think also important to show why this map is important. If you see in this map, you're gonna see Tonlé Sap Lake, it's the big lake one that collect all the water in the rainy season. And you can see another line one go from the top down to the down of the map, is the Mekong. From the past, I learned that Tonlé Sap go across 4 province, but now 5 province. But now after the development, the change of the concept of the government, we become like 8 province crossing covered by this lake. And it's around, I think I should not go too much to geography. That's good. And the Mekong has like 6 province are crossing around. And yes, Nick, please. So this one go close to where I am now, and you see in the map, you can see my studio, it where my home, and now where I'm talking now. Actually, looking this, I try to be zoom as much, but you cannot see the river where along in front of my house. But actually, it's a big river one in front of my house, and it used to be really important river that connecting from Tonlé Sap to the central of Battambang. And when reminding about childhood, like 100 of boats like crossing every day in front of my house. We jumping like 10 meters of coconut from coconut tree, and just to plot off during the boat, relax the water, and we just jump in and full day have fun along the river. So, and coming back, so this small thing, and we want to talk about this. You're gonna see picture how it changed and how important later. You see like another big river one inside the map. In the last, let's say, last 10 years, last 15 years, there's a lot of small dam that the government built up on this river to the idea of keep the water and focus on agriculture. And the people are based on fishing, not possible to process all these river as from the past anymore. Cannot, I mean, like they cannot use all these important river anymore. Thank you. The next one. So I think I've been personal traveling, explore Cambodian since long time ago, but since only 2016, that I had a question for myself, what should I do with the photo that I been collecting around? And it's so shame to sharing the photo, because I mean, like personally, when you are among professional photo, they're gonna ask you about which camera you use, which technique you use, something like that. And as me, I am really careless on photo technical, but I'm more focused on how the beauty of the photo. So in 2016, I start to go through my that early year photo and connecting the idea of what I see and how I bring that memory during I traveling, how on my skin to put in the photo. So yeah, this series is called Colonial in I think in English it's gonna be mean as struggling or survival or resilient. It's come together. And during that time, I kind of has a lot of questions as a woman, as a children from people live in the Tonlé Sap. So like the first photo, I was in another Tonlé Sap side, and the kid was just jumping into really dirty. Normally, it's not that dirty. But because in the dry season, the Tonlé Sap just drain, and because the kid they just jump there in a lot of water until there is no water, the deep water together, the water becomes so green and so dirty, and the tourists just walking around and taking the picture. And for me, it's like you looking to the cinema, or you looking to one plot of the film or the picture aligning, and you questioning like, there anything you can speak this out. And because after that it just gone, you can even you do a film, there is different platform the same time. And the same like the second one, the second picture one was like the hospital, and the same I has like this, how can I bring this to let another people see. So that is the idea of the sketching on the photo are happening. Next, please. Actually, from that, I create a different small series photo, but it's not really thinking that the sketching on the photo can make people interesting on my work. Until in 2018, I returned back to the Mekong. So let's talking about the Mekong. I used to work as art consultant in with local NGO in along the Mekong from 2008, 2010, between that. And then I left those areas in 2010. I quit the job and try to catch the idea as an illustrator, try to focus on art career. Until 2017, I traveled back to those areas and learned the village that I used to stay there, and has a big change. And I was so sad to see the whole community change from a lying village become to be no adult living. The house are wall the house is locking because they cannot they cannot fishing anymore, and the community just completely changed, and the whole village has only old people live there, and the young kids are in the village. And then I had a question like, what's going on? And the people talking about the dam, the problem of the dam, they cannot fish anymore. And then I go deep in it and learn that the problem that village, when you see that, you feel a lot of things change, but actually the whole problem is not yet happened there. It's happened up there, up to the river. So then I need to come back to the title of the project. The title of the project called Under the Water. And under the water in Cambodia, it means two ways. It means you live under the flow of the water, and another meaning is mean you are living under the water. So we're gonna say like you live under the flow of the water, but it's the same time you call it under the water in Khmer language. So this title are connecting two example small village together between Creches and Sesantu, that where is the dam is and where is can you go to the next one, please? And yeah, where is the indigenous people are what is called pushing like by the government to make them displacement and move to another village that they setting for them. And when I visit the village that the experience of displacement, it's so sad because when you learn that when the people displacement, they just move themselves, they move everything, and there's a lot of things that connecting to the land, to the water, that they cannot bring with them. So yes, then it took 1 year to go back and off and learning how the people and how affection to the community, and then spend time with the community. And then the end, I create another series of sculpture to metaphor of the indigenous village people who live upper the dam. And the next one, please. And after that, this is the whole picture of the village, the whole village. In that it have the house, they has the boat, they has the you know, like the what is called anester. It's like the crave of the old people, they pass away. And then the next one, please. And then I request everyone that who joined the exhibition participate to burn all this village, because the idea of the dam that happened is to get the fire, and electric in Cambodia, it means fire. And in metaphor or simple thing, and the government say like the electric or the fire very important, and we want this one. So instead of we want the fire, we destroy another village, we destroy another culture, we destroy. So it really fair to do this, or we feel so fearful to supporting this action. Yeah, so the whole exhibition just burning the whole village to get the fire. Another one, please. And then the same time, I also do different idea friends, like this one project. This one is really far away from the river, actually, but I just tried. I want to talking about another angle of interesting. So this I working closely with my woman friend. It start from sharing. It's like a lot of girlfriend and come together and talking about this man, from sharing from the experience of the work, the family and everything. And then make me feel like, what's going on when all your friends get harassed and no one talking about that? And then I think that we should not skip it, that we should not talk about it. And this whole series just happened. And some is mean white cloth, and in Cambodia, we comparing women to the white cloth. And we always say like, as a white cloth is something, it's dot on it and never wash. So it's not fair to comparing women to the white cloth and the man to the gold. Yes, yeah, that is the whole project. The next one, please. And this also one of the series of the white cloth. The next one. And this project is completely also different from the river too. But for me, it talk a lot how Cambodian people really connecting between river and a river way, as the boat always representing the connecting even between the spirit and the human. Like in this project, it has many different platforms at the same time, like has a I gonna call it animation, because you do a photo, a sketching on the photo and make it become like a line, and this talking about connection between mother and son. And the end of the project, the next one, please. The next project, the end of the project, we request the people to writing all what they want to tell to their loved one and tie to the boat, and we burn it. But in Cambodia traditional, we will everything every time in November, every year in November, every Pakada they build the boat, and then they put they put the food, and then they float in the water and go to the people who are passed away. And as I talk again, and here the boat is also represent the connecting the people and the water that I want to talk here. Next one, please. And continuing, something happened around it, and this one is in front of my village, in front of my house, and where the river that I try to show in the map in front of my house. So in 2020, during the COVID happening all over Cambodia, everyone are just locked down. We cannot leave the home, but at the same time, every building, every old building tearing down. It's like this is in front of my house. The government, they has a idea of building the canal in front of my house, and they ask all the house are move away from the water sideway. So if not, they just tear it down. And this picture of the house is somehow some home they live there like 100 years already, and some tree. So the whole canal, only 2 trees are not cutting down, because after they test it, the age of the tree like 300 years old. So they believe, actually at the first they don't touch it. They believe the spirit is so strong that they should not touch it. And then after that, they make something to prove to protect only that true tree. So this whole series, the next one, please. The whole this experience that traveling in Phnom Penh during the COVID, in Phnom Penh, in Battambang, in Siem Reap, at Kampong Chnang, in Kampong Cham, I learned that in Cambodia, it just we in the step of like shaking, like because of the price of the land, a lot of things, and the people that meeting, the people that got in the trouble is the poor people, or the people has no voice. So I think it's so important to talk this out. The next one, please. And remember of this project is I has a lot of conversation with Sarina, and this is one of our collaboration project together somehow. And I think if you are in Sarina talk, you're gonna hear that it was such a great conversation between me and her, and I had a great experience to working with her. And yeah, what else should I share? The next one. Oh, I had something want to share. Can you please go back? One part of I love about this project a lot is about floating jar that I create from the biomass. The jars in if you see in the picture is in Kampong Chnang, and it's the people live as a community in Tonlé Sap, and the people use the bamboo and the jar to support the house floating in the float season. And then so I think gonna be, let's say 6 months is the water deep between 3 months, the water deep around 10 meter deep to 3 meter deep. And then in the rainy season, they can be coming somewhere together. But because in 2000, I'm not so sure which, the government don't let them go back after the water high. So the people couldn't go back to the community that they used to be. And after the water go down, they need to looking for the transportation to go back 10 kilometers to fishing as they used to be. And the how and the jar is not used anymore. When you go to the area they are stopped, you're gonna see all the jar are abandoned all over the field. And the house need to be the house start to put the stick up, try to be live in different way to support in different platform. And the people are looking for many ways to live to adapt the new environment that they never used to be before. And a lot of family, if they cannot support themselves, they need to move themselves to live somewhere else, in like move to the city, move to Thailand, just abandon their home. Like example in the picture, they usually live in the floating village and then move there, and then they try to build their family there. But the situation not support them. They need to move themselves to work in city and abandon the house there. It's like just let the house empty inside the field. Yes, that is the story of the shaking land. Yes, next please. And this also it was so surprised me to go back and learn all things happen in Kampong Chnang, which one of oh my god, which one of the one province inside of Tonlé Sap. And the first picture I was trying exploring the field, and then I see the empty school and no water. It was in 2018. And then in 2022, I had a project that exploring the village, and then I learned that in 2018 is the start of the year. The government have an idea to development this area. Next, please. So similar project to the shaking land, but these are more focused between land and water. I just focus on the people are living in the Tonlé Sap area, especially in Kampong Chnang. The group of people that the government keep them on the land, not let them move back to the river, to the lake. Next one, please. So this project, we are kind to more focus on the community and healing and yeah, we want the community that couldn't go back to the community that they used to working on. And after spend a year working, talking to make them trust. And also during the COVID time, it's so hard to make people, I mean, like we not try to make people trust us. But if you cannot go to village without knowing the community chef or village chef. So it took like a year just to try to know everyone in the village. And then the end of the project, you invite everyone to the exhibition in alongside the river, alongside to the lake, and ask them after they see the picture how they feel, what they remind them during and for me it was a great experience, because what they share, like they say they never see each other since, I think it was in 2018 somehow. And then when this exhibition happened along the lake, we invite them and we pick some they come by their motor, some we pick them up, and then they have the opportunity sharing which artwork, what they remember, how they are far away from now, and some cry, some share personal. It's very interesting to see the exhibition only, let's say like from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. and then we move everything. But in this third hour, it means a lot for the audience, the community audience, and for me as an artist, and how see art very strong and make people come together, sharing along 3 years together that they never see each other. Next, please. This one are completely different, also not connecting to the, somehow it's not really connecting to the river because it's more focused on the garment factory, and it's number 3 make the benefit to the country, but the people are completely untalk about it. I mean, like if you go to experience the government, the people who working for the garment factory, you can't believe how they live together with a small room, a small house. Like one small room, they can live together like 10 people, like 4 meter, like 4 meter square and 3 meter and has 3 meter square. And then if you go deeper and learning about each of them, they are come around Cambodia just to meet to stay with a group of people don't know each other. And what I try to connect here is like I met a lot of people, the government, the women who are live, share the experience. They live along the river. They want to go back. They want to continue a life as a farmer, but everything are finished. You cannot come back. You need to work and pay a lot of debt. And I think somehow I was like, oh, my work, it didn't connect at all to the river, but at the same time, behind all this machine, there are the story, the home, the land, the rice field, the river inside them. And I think it's so important to share here. Thank you. And next one. And in the exhibition, I also invite the women come to see the work in the exhibition inside the gallery in Phnom Penh. And I feel that as they are part of the story, they should see how the exhibition should show, and it's very important. Yeah. Next one, please. Here, still around, I still travel around and collecting the photo. And this new series, it was exhibition it was exhibition in January before I live to Brazil residency. And the work are starting from last year that I learning about what's going on around in Cambodia. But at the same time, this project is not really focused on, it focuses on the development, but at the same time, it's also about the experiment. Oh, okay. This one without another one, without another photo. Okay. Yeah, so this one I'm more focused on the technique, thinking how I can how can I speak different platform more than just drawing on digital or do sculpture, but how could I connect more transfer technique into the cement that connecting the development. So it's more about how to bring the object, bring the story, connecting to the picture. Next one. The bread is another different platform for me. It's the kind of the first time that I do a video and performance. And it was 2022 that I started, and 2023, but I still not really trust, because I'm not from the video and performance background, but I love to put together in different technique of working. And this one I was stepping new area as to talk about the South Sea. And I went to the sea field, the ocean every year, but I don't know, because I'm not from where the South Sea is. But I see the people struggling, I see the change or the city, but I just don't know how to talk about it until I travel with my friend who are a filmmaker, and then I talk about what we can work together. And then the video operate happen. Next one. And you still see that how I connecting with the water, connecting. I think the really important sense of me is every time that I see the water has something problem, I always want to share. And maybe I feel like I am like the water, I think. And I cannot hold my feeling when I see the people are just feeling the land into the ocean and feel over the tree. And I don't know, it's such a hurt to see the development crap over the river, the ocean, the thing. And this is one part of the breeding project. Yeah, next one, please. And this one is in Brazil. And when I arrived to Salvador, I see Salvador as Cambodian coastal compound and Cape province. And then I think it's really perfect concept to bring the same video project as a bread, and talking each other with the bread in Cambodia and the bread in Salvador in Atiparica Island. And so the expand project was like 2 video together and talking about the story coastal. Yep. Next one. But the difference from bread at Bahia in Salvador is I invite more performance, more artists, more science, mostly more Brazilian people to involve, because I am from Cambodia. I'm not from Brazilian. Even I am represent Brazilian, I'm not really feel my skin as the Brazilian people who are feel their own country. So the project has a collaboration between me and people there. Yes, and this is the whole idea of the breed bread through the sea. Next one, please. Now we are here with river as arteries. Yeah, if I think everyone here because want to hear the story why the river artery. So it was so honor to be this part of the project. In 2003, we received the grant to working along the Mekong 16 months, and we choose 3 provinces along the Mekong. As I share at the first, the Mekong has 6 provinces along, but we only pick up 3 provinces to working on. That province was Kraches, Steng Trai, and Kampong Cham. And we produce 4 workshop. In that workshop, we has a photograph, stop motion, and me, I working with sculpture, and my another friend I do drawing. And X3 province each place we create 4 workshops. So it 3 province we had 12 workshop differently. And we has one art festival in Kampong Cham that we use the same artwork to exhibition in Kampong Cham, and then has a local performance in the area. And we also has the student to come together, and the student work are also exhibition in the festival. And the end, we also bring the artwork and the student to come to experience the city exhibition in Phnom Penh. Next one, next picture. So this is the project that we call nomadic tour. Next one. And this one, the picture that the exhibition happened in Phnom Penh. And sorry, I didn't put much picture. I was excited to share how the performance happened in the gallery saal. The next one, please. So this picture is in the festival in Kampong Chhnang. Next one, please. Yeah, and this one is one of picture that part of the exhibition that choose to be, yeah. So this is why I put the title River as artery, because after you see all my work, I never get out all this, and I learned the river very, very important for Cambodian people from the past. I will not say now, because now seem like we cut every part by the dam, by the development, by thing, and I keep worrying think that what's going on in the future. Like in this picture, you see the Cham people, they are live in this river, and this one is in the middle of Kampong Cham city, and the people still live in the boat and based on fishing. And nowadays, this small community become less and less protected, and they also not supposed to live in the river too, and life becomes so fragile. Not just I don't know, it's so many ways to talk how the community used to be strong, live by the river, and now because the change of the river is also affect the system of living and diversity. Yep. Yes, and this is it. The next one. And thank you so much for listening. Listen all my story, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any question, please let me know. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sreymao. I think it's so courageous, the work that you're doing and bringing visibility to all these histories and issues and the lived realities of people's lives who might not otherwise be seen. I was reading that when you were a child, you received poor grades for some of your art because you didn't follow the rules. And I feel that some of those actions of resistance in your work continue in the kind of bold approach that you have to working with these villages and places which are very marginalized. I think we are almost out of time for questions, but I just wanted to ask you if we can explore the work River As Artery and the particular photograph that's in Actions for Water at the Chinsheds Gallery, which is how do you kind of hope art contributes to broader conversations about ecological futures? And I guess because you've also worked with NGOs, how do you see art as something that can push forward some of the work that is being done in the not-for-profit space as well?
I kind of hard to catch. Can you read it again, please?
I guess I think the question I'm asking is really about how art can be a platform to address ecological issues and to raise more awareness and bring visibility to some of the concerns that are happening with people and the environment in Cambodia?
It's really good question, and that's why I need to ask again to make sure I get correct. It's so crazy thing that I try to separate art into platform. It will be tricky too. That I think it's really powerful to point of view of mine to separate, to make people think art really simple, but deep in my mind are very important and not simple if you are go deeper. And when what should I say, oh god, I'm swimming in the answer. I separate art into differently. One is illustrator, one is freedom of speaking. One, I work directly with the people, can speak whatever and change me whatever, put the idea in me. And then I didn't call it art, I call it business or platform or business thing. So they can pay me and I can learn from everyone that I work with, like illustrator, do many different things, but use art in another business platform, like I am give them service. And another one, I'm here because I use another platform of art to be a voice of, I believe when you put it in the front, people come together and has a conversation, have a question, and then point out what different idea. So I has a freedom of showing my work, and I has a right to say whatever I say. But everyone also come to join this platform also has the right to talking about their idea, and no one against each other. We just sitting down and has all the question and answer, long conversation together. And for me, these two is very powerful in different way of you are putting up. No one right, no one wrong. And I'm not talking about as an illustrator, they are not artists. It's just the way of I try to use different strong power of art different way. It's like some night you can use of chopping the food, and some night you use for fighting. So it's still sharpening stuff, but how you call it differently. So for me, it's really strong.
Have you found that when you go and work in communities, that people respond very well to the art making as a way to bring visibility to what's happening to them?
I think art is like the water, and they if you bring to the children understand in the children way, and when you are bring to the community understand as a community way, and when you bring up to the university, they has a level up of the thinking. And what is your question again?
I think just how community responds to art making, and also I guess if it's ever surprised you or challenged you.
It's like one of that I bring up to the community at the river, the lake, the big lake one, between land and water. It's been so long that they never meet each other. And then they staring at one picture in the corner of the waterway. So the lake so big, and then they have a bush and growing up. And then this house stayed there so long and then was abandoned many years. And then when they come and meet together, they start to talking who owned the house, or who and I was drawing the picture, the kid and there, and then they talking like about thing, and from thing go on, and then they start to crying. They're talking about that how time they cannot meet together, and how so crazy this house was there since so strong, and then now it's melted down. And they say like next year the house not gonna be there anymore, and when the house gone and the tree also gone. So when you stand on behind all the conversation, you can see how the community come together reflecting from the past, go through and now what's going on, and they see even the future that things are gonna be gone. And this is make me like really goosebump, and they crying because they has a memory crossing those every day, and they didn't notice how important until one day, like 5 minutes of conversation, they pull up everything and become crying, and everyone just hugging each other, and then laughing after all, like how funny we are, crazy that we are just see something and we talking and we crying and we laughing in the same time. And this is how I appreciate that art that I learned from the people. Not just that, I when you are working with the community a lot, you can see the community easily to get affected by art. And maybe because not also often in Cambodia, people not bring art to the community, I think.
I think we could continue this conversation, but sadly we are out of time.
I'm sorry.
I can share your website, and maybe you'd like to share your email address as well with the group that's here. And I just wanted to thank the Tin Sheds Gallery and the School of Architecture, Design and Planning for hosting these talks, and particularly Jason Oki for his support with them, and Yakov Amparidis, and especially Kate Goodwin, who herself is a highly accomplished creator, writer and adjunct professor in architecture at the University of Sydney, for very generously introducing the talks and being with us throughout these sessions. So I'll just hand back to Kate. And again, Sreymao, thank you for your work. Somebody has commented in the chat that you know, that you have so much courage and perseverance, and that you are an inspiration to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Oh, I think that a really lovely summary, wasn't it, from somebody for doing that? And absolutely, the thanks are to you, Sreymao and Shamila. I think it's, I think your comments were really apt, and the observation that your work really does hit at so many levels, and I can understand why students are captivated by it and university triggered by it, because it was a really amazing work. And you walked into the show and I was completely driven towards it. It's seductive, and at a first thing it's quite beautiful, and then you look at it and it's so arresting as well. It's got that kind of this shock that happens, and I think it talks so powerfully for the kind of the peril and the plight for human life, and the interconnectedness of ecology in our human systems. And it was brilliant to hear more about it, because it was that work. I wanted to know more and see more of your work, and the kind of conversation across with Salvador. I mean, there's so much to it. So thank you so much for sharing it so beautifully. And I think we all look forward to seeing where this continues to go, and the performances and the ancestral work. And hopefully we'll have a chance to host you again here in Australia, in Sydney, and to have a performance and things. So thank you so much. It's great. And Shamila, for introducing this beautiful work to us, and for everyone for joining. So thank you, and see you at the next talk tomorrow, similar time. Bye.
Bye-bye.